Okay, here's a short video about Concordia and why I sold it. Concordia is a streamlined Euro with a creepy little chick. And the great thing about it is that it shows limited random setup. So, for example, here you place goods. They are wine, cloth, and so on, and they are all the goods are located in a board bounded by a certain region. So here are all the A goods. Here are all the A goods. Here are all the B goods. Here also, and so you know that the A region has a cloth. But for every game instance, you don't know exactly where it is. So that's say 5 faculty times the amount of regions. That's 10 regions. So 5 faculty is 120 times 10 is 1200. I also made a quick start. So you can put here the colors and the amount of starting stuff. So for example, wine you can put here, because you start always with wine, and some goods here. And yeah, the reason why I sold it is that I just don't feel anything to the game. It has been streamlined so much that it's just a card manipulation, and this is also a design error. Doesn't fit. Concordia game setup. You distribute city tokens. So the city tokens is excellent way to make a board replayable. But I like the expansion, and then you have the gods that actually measure your performance. And there are 2 levels in Concordia: a beginner and intermediate. And for beginners, whatever you, let me check this. Whoever gets the Weaver card, they are these cards are also bounded by a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, etc. But when the Weaver card appears, you have to go for it at all costs in a beginner game, because the Weaver produces extra cloth, and the cloth is the most expensive good. Because it gives you 7 sestertia, and if you can't get the Weaver, you are standing a good chance to become second if you have the Vintner, because Vintner produces extra wine, and wine is almost as good as the Weaver. I have put this forward as a major complaint on a game forum, and people vehemently argued that the game was not broken, that it was not done deal. So I'm assuming that if you are intermediate player, you will always win with or without a Weaver or a Vintner card. But the fact of the matter is that you start playing Concordia to learn it, and you're a beginner. So this is a nice heads up for. It's a good strategy to simply home in on the Weaver, and if you can't, buy the Vintner as soon as possible. After that, you simply expand. Let's see this. This board is Cyprus and Minorca. I'm not really sure what this is. These are smaller islands. So if you're playing a solo game or two-person game, this is an excellent card, Balearica. Here it is, to start with. But again, you have the randomized setup with A areas where you distribute the different goods, and the B area. There is no B area. Okay, so there's A and C and D. And the cards that are offered are placed here, and they slide down to become more cheap. This card you pay the face value, and these with an extra random good of your choice. Here you have to pay with cloth, and as you can see, you need cloth. So cloth, if you have the Weaver, you will gain more cards, and when you gain more cards, you gain more multiplier. And when you gain more multiplier, you make more points for the gods, because the gods multiply based on the type of god there is. I also bought Solitaria. The Concordia Solitaria. This is the official Max Gert edition to play one player versus the Contrarius, or with two players against the Contrarius. I found the cards and the instructions to be extremely complicated, and the best thing is to just follow a playthrough. And yeah, so that is actually all I have to say about it. I had this base game for 3 years because I liked playing it at a board game convention. We only played the European Italia map, but for myself, I just don't feel any urge whatsoever to set it up, even though I made a solo variant which I found online. So I'm selling this off for the good price of 70 euros, new, and almost unused. The expansion maps come in a plastic sheet. That's a pity. As you saw, the insert is also suboptimal, and this is just not a game for solo players, unless your only game is Concordia. It's a very popular game, so you can always find a friend who has a copy available, where you can print out a hobby solo expansion or buy the Contrarias. Um, yeah, that's all. I prefer other games for solo, and we never play multiplayer games in practice. So it's the end, and bye bye.